Hello, everyone. This is DM Rick at the Initiative League. I wanted to welcome you all to our episode or session 3 of the Shattered Balance, where I'll be walking the party through a city that has gone through an apocalyptic destruction about 15 years ago. We have 4 of our 5 players are with us this evening. Let me start first by introducing the players, starting with Justin.
Hello, my name is Justin. I'm playing Crimson. He's a level 2 rogue, and not much has changed about him since last time.
Okay, well, thank you, Justin. Luna, tell us about you and your character.
I'm Luna. I will be playing Kigra Chandra, and I am a half-orc fighter.
Okay, well, thank you. Phil, tell us about you and your character.
Hi, my name's Phil. I'm playing Toraz, a Hobgoblin Warlock who has unlocked new magic from a deep, dark place. Let's see what could come from it.
Ooh. And finally, Sebastian, tell us a little. Donnie, tell us a little bit about your character, Sebastian, and yourself as well.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. I am now a level 2 cleric, and I bear the sacred flame to burn away the darkness of this cursed city. And through my conviction, though it's absolute, I pray my heart never compels me to trade my shield for a smile.
Thank you very much, Donnie. Last week the party was adventuring, and I'm going to ask Luna to kind of summarize things for the viewers out there as what happened in the previous session.
Well, during the previous session, we entered the town of Emberwood, which is this quaint little town with a smithy and a caravan court and several places to get drinks and a really expensive hotel. And it's also we met a little girl. Her name was Emma Crow. And she took us on a tour of this little town. And the warlock and the cleric battled a little robotic, not robot, tin can. And then Kigra battled him, and I think that our cleric was a little worried that Kigra wasn't going to make it. And then we all kind of were invited to a meeting this morning with a gentleman from the Skull and Sword Tap House.
Yes. You talked to, I believe his name was Blackjack Mel. I wanted to talk to you guys. And so, for everyone watching, this is where we're starting off the session 3. The 4 members of the party have a 10 o'clock appointment. It's about 8 in the morning, roughly speaking. So you guys can go there if you want. You can stop somewhere along the way. You can see that the town, as you guys come out of your building, the town is just starting to kind of mill about. You are beginning to hear the clanking sound from the smithy that's nearby, which is Emma's father. He works there at the Crow and Son Smithy. But yeah, you do see people started kind of wandering out. Looks like they're getting out to get supplies or get their morning fresh air. But it is early. Maybe no more than like a third of the town is available from what you saw the day before. So where would you like to go? Where would you like to start as a group?
Kigra would like to go to the smithy. She needs to check a few things out and price out a few things.
Okay.
Were we all in agreement that we wanted to go meet this guy at the tap house this morning?
I would say yes.
I'm all for it. I think we should go hear what he's got.
Okay.
Before we leave, I'm going to use my bookworm ability and scribe a spell scroll with the shield spell on it for myself.
Okay.
And after I do that, I wrap up and join the party as we leave for the door.
Okay. And you guys leave, and you believe that Nori's still sleeping, but the gentlemen have to take Kigra's word for that. So Okay, so you come on out. You've got your scroll ready, Torres. Crimson and Sebastian are enjoying the last bit of kind of clean air, although it is rather dreary as a lot of the vegetation in town is kind of looking on the wilted side. And as a constant reminder that you're not very far from the destroyed city, which is only about, you're told, only about a 5 miles from where you're at right now. So tell me how you want to go, and I think if you guys want to interact with the map, I believe I have it set up so that you guys can move it, but let me just double check that. Yeah, you guys should be able to move that white circle wherever you want to go to. You should have the ability to do that. Yep, there we go. So yeah, you go over in the direction of follow the road to the left. You go around the corner, and you see some houses, mostly empty on this block. There's maybe a little bit like a lantern you might see on the porch of the house up here. But everything else kind of empty, and then you can hear the very distinct clanking sound at the smithy as you round the corner. So I'm assuming you're continuing on to the smithy. Yeah, after a few minutes, you get there. You see Tobias Crow and his son Peter. You don't see Emma yet, but you can see that the son and the father are working on what looks to be like a breastplate right now.
I would like to ask, I need something to hit things with, and I need something large. And frankly, I'd like to have 2 of them just in case.
Something large. Well, you
And not expensive.
I just kind of laugh when you say that. They go, well, you are quite a large person, so yes, of course. We have a couple of things. Here's one I've been working on, and he kind of shows you like a great sword, which is a nice big long sword there that would fit your hands pretty well if you were interested. And they said that he just had finished an axe. He's got a dual-headed axe, a great axe right with it. He goes, yeah. He goes, these aren't as popular, I guess, because they're so big. But for somebody like you, they shouldn't be too bad.
Can we go just a little smaller, like a battle axe? A pair of battle axes would probably suit my needs exactly the way I need them to.
Ah, battle axe. Good choice. And those are more common requests of our clientele. Yeah, here's one. It's good wrapped. I just rewrapped the handle this morning with a nice supple leather, so it should hold on really tight. And since you're new and you helped Aaron here, I'll give you this one for just 25 gold.
I can do that. Do you have another one, even if it's not wrapped yet? I mean, I could probably learn to wrap it.
Oh yeah, we have another one here. This one is actually an all-metal handle. This is one of my best ones, and for you can have this one. I mean, the materials are a little bit better, but this one is 30.
Well, I've got about 40 gold on hand. But we do have some maybe extra armor and things we might be able to get rid of for parts, or if you would be interested in something like that, maybe if the group agrees.
What kind of armor do you have?
Just some leather armor that it's not in bad shape. And we've got a breastplate and a scimitar that is way too small. I mean, I did it just.
Well, I mean, I'd be glad to look at that breastplate. We don't do much work here with leather armor. We're more into the metallic armors. just to let you know, you might be able to just offer those up to some of the townspeople or sell them in the caravan in the center of town. I don't really have an interest in leathers here, but the breastplate is something interested. As you can see, I'm working on a breastplate right now. I could look at that for you and give you if you're willing to part with it.
We would for a fair price.
Oh, of course, of course. So, did you guys still have that on your possession, or is it still with the? I think you guys took some of that stuff. I'm not sure if you took the whole. Last time
We took the breastplate and the scimitar.
Okay.
I don't know what else we took with us, but I brought the breastplate with us so I could use it, sell it.
I think he put everything in a single chest or something like that he kept underneath his.
We did.
So.
Yeah. Well, I can go get that. It shouldn't take me too long.
Okay.
We should probably move that to our house as well when we get the chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not strong enough to lift that trunk. Maybe the big girl and Sebastian can find the way to get it over there.
Or I can just pick it up.
I look at her. I'm like, well, I guess I'm like a blister on the thumb, showing up when work's all done.
It's probably only like 200 pounds.
I could still probably lift it.
More than my character.
And to be honest, half of the weight is probably the chest itself. It's a very sturdy chest, but yeah. So, okay. So are you buying the one thing now, or are you gonna go get your stuff and buy both at the same time?
I'd like to get the stuff, and buy both at the same time if everybody's okay with that.
Perfectly fine with that.
Yep.
I have every intention of eventually dual wielding said axes. I just can't just yet.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so then I take it you guys are going over to the caravan court then, where Aaron Marlowe's caravan is set up.
Yep.
I'll be next venture, yes.
Okay. So as you go down the street, you do see more people are kind of milling about. You actually see a couple of people going in and out of the chapel there of Saint Ardana. And then the caravan court is already customers are coming out. Now, most of the customers are either at Aaron's area looking for like food and drink type items. There isn't much activity at the large magic selling individual. Not yet. I don't think he's a morning person. But then there's the other caravans are there as well. Let's see what other ones over there again. There we go. Yeah, so there's Marlowe's Provisions. That seems to be the most popular place this morning. And as you walk in that area, you see Aaron catches your eye. But he's talking to a mother and her two kids. It looks like they're trying to make some deal for cured meats and nuts right now. The supply company that has all the climbing gear and cartographer's equipment that you guys saw last time, they seem to be getting some early work. Mostly appears to be a lot of dwarves are coming over there to get like new equipment for them to go mining again. And so Armin, who's who runs the Gainsbury Expeditionary Supply Company, is kind of sees you guys and just kind of nods in your direction. There is at Fairweather's Trades and Exports, the very large owner Orson Fairweather is there, and he is kind of just looking like he's looking at something. His guards are surrounding him. It looks like he's putting out something in a glass case that is like a purplish type of gemstone. But he definitely has a lot of security around him right now as he's doing this. And then of course Aldor's place, the Immense. There's nobody really there right now other than the two large gorgons that you guys had discovered were kind of watching his place. So as you go up there, Aaron finishes his transaction with the mother and her children. And he's, what can I do for you this morning?
we'd just like to get our chest and get it off your hands.
Oh, of course. I think it's still under there. He looks and he said, "Yeah, it's under there." He goes, "It's a little heavy for me." And he kind of, perhaps you want to pull it out of there.
Okay.
So you pull it out. It is kind of heavy, but what's your strength? I think it's sufficient. Yeah, you're not gonna have a problem at all. You're able to drag it out. It is a little hefty to
Yeah, I might not be able to lift it, but I can probably drag it.
drag it out. And of course, as soon as you start dragging it out, the guy at the nearby expeditionary company, the Gainsbury, is like, "Oh, you know what might make that easier for you?" And he pulls out a wheelbarrow that he has. My dwarf friends love these things. They help them with their mining. This might make it easier for you to move that thing around town, if you're interested.
Probably would, but I don't got the money for it right now.
It'd be probably real expensive for just to take it to the house.
I look at Sebastian and say, Sebastian, aren't you a gentleman? Doesn't your God tell you to help a lady when she's in need?
I have, of course. Okay, well let's put our arms to work, my friend. I'd be more than happy to help.
Okay, so you guys pull it out. Where do you want to take it?
We'll take it back to our house. Well, we need to take it back to
the house we're staying at, and then I'll take the scimitar and the breastplate out and take it to Crow and Sons.
Okay, so you guys are going to separate. You're going to go to Crow and Sons, Kigra, and
I think the others should probably make their way to the Skull and Sword if we're going to get there on time.
Okay, Crimson, what are you going to be doing?
I think it sounds like we're going to split up, and I'll head to the Skull and Sword. But before I do that, I do want to take out one of the. I think there's some crossbows in it, so I'm going to grab one of those to have as well.
Okay. How do you grab it out? Go ahead and grab it out of the shared treasure. Just add it to your inventory.
And then I'll join. I guess, are we taking it to the house and then going to the Skull and Sword?
That was a plan, yes.
Cool. I will stay with the group this time and go with them up to the house and then back to the Skull and Sword.
Okay.
Although I do want to take a look at what Lars. Can I see what Lars? Go over and see what Larson was looking at.
Yeah. Give me a perception check. Okay. It appears to be a kind of a glowing purplish gem. It does have a bit of a light to it as well. It's not just sunlight reflecting on it. And it's in a very thick glass case, kind of a curved, like you slide it over the top. And they're advertising it, and you see a sign go up saying, Delirium Shard. He's finishing writing it, but he's putting it up there. And so he's got a delirium. He looks like he's selling something that he's calling a delirium shard.
How much?
You don't see a price.
That means it's not cheap.
Exactly what I like to hear.
If you have
My eyes get big, and then I'm just gonna walk away, and I've got some thinking to do.
Is it the old saying? If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely see his security seems to be top notch. They got their eyes peeled on everybody, so they're kind of noticing you guys even when you slow down to notice. You've been noticed that you noticed what they had.
Okay. I'll just join the rest of the group then after I take a look at that.
Okay. So you get your stuff back to your location, just north of the Eventide Manor. At the same time, Kigra gets back to the Crow and Son Smithy with the breastplate and the scimitar. So let's do Kigra. We'll have you kick things off.
Sounds good. So, what do you think you guys could get me for the breastplate and the scimitar?
Well, it's a good breastplate. It's one that we can make better. That said, these things are not very common here, so it's hard for the one I'm working on is just kind of a hobby, but we usually don't sell them really quick. But you know what? Since you're willing to basically do business with me with regards to those battle axes, I'll give it to you for how's 200 gold pieces?
That would be awesome.
Okay. So he's like, now, let's see. I'll give you this. I'll give you 200 for this, but you are going to buy my 2 axes for 25 and for 55, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he will take your breastplate and give you 145 gold and the 2
Battle axes.
Yeah, and the 2 battle axes.
Is he interested in the scimitar?
Because let me see. We don't. Let me check what that's. Let me evaluate the quality of that. So he picks it up. He looks it over. He's kind of swinging it a little bit around to kind of see how he goes, well, it's good. It's well balanced. It's a little rusty though. I go, is this yours, or did you find this somewhere?
Yeah, we found it somewhere. I mean, it's not mine. We picked it up when we fought some guys, but it's just taking up space for us, and heck, I'd sell it for just the metal it's worth.
Okay, well, how about, will 3 gold pieces do?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I thank you so much for your business. I'm glad my daughter met up with you guys. And I hope, if you need anything else or have anything else to sell, please think of me first.
Absolutely.
And so he's like, unless there's any other business, I'm going to finish working on my breastplate here.
Absolutely. I would. I'm just gonna strap these onto my back and see if I can't figure out how to work them. I imagine the pointy end goes towards the bad guy, right?
They just kind of look at you like, is she serious, or is she just trying to joke with us? And then the son's like, come on, Dad, let's get this finished so we don't miss out on the lunchtime. So he goes back to looking at it, and they both got very big smiles on their face. They're really happy to have done more business with you.
Righty.
And so they go back on that. And then I assume you added the battle axes to your equipment, right? I'm
working on it. I'm
okay.
figuring it out.
And 145 gold on top of that. So. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So what do you want?
147 because of the 3 gold from the scimitar, right?
Yes. So it'd be 140. Yeah. 3. So 48. 148. You get.
Gotcha.
Can't math right now for something. Okay, so what do you want to do after that? Where do you want to go? You're going to go to this, are you going to meet them at the Skull and Sword, or are you going to go somewhere else?
I shall meet them.
Okay. So let's go back to the other members of the party who have just unloaded their chest of goodies back at their residence. What do you guys want to do now?
I unload the chest by using my mage hand and picking up pieces one by one.
Okay.
Sebastian has been wanting to go over to Saint Ardena to see if Hannah's around
Okay.
after everybody gets cleared up with what they're doing and stuff, and I help get everybody settled in.
Okay. And just so you guys are aware of the time, you're probably about 40 minutes till the 10 o'clock hour.
So yeah, I think we should make our way to the Skull and Swords. We may lose our lead if we don't get there soon.
I think we should get there a bit early, and then I think if we're getting there a bit early, I'd like to just kind of take in the area and still a little wary of these people, so make sure have an escape or somewhere to hide in case something happens when we're there.
Okay. Sounds good. So you start walking over in the direction of the Skull and Sword Tap House. You're going past the caravan again, and there are definitely a lot of people looking in awe at that purple gem that Sebastian got an eye on the way over there. As you get close to the Skull and Sword Tap House, you just see it's almost like you're a different part of town. The people that are hanging out there seem to be darker. They seem to be not big fans of being in the light. They tend to stay in shadows. And you actually, for the first time, start seeing some apparently guards on the city streets that are associated with what you were told were the Hooded Lanterns. There's just two people in Hooded Lantern outfits that are walking by the caravan court close to the Skull and Sword Tap House.
Don't these guys normally only come out at night? What are they doing during the day?
Seems very odd.
Interesting.
Especially when we're meeting people this morning, that they're out in this area.
Sebastian's spider sense is tingling. Can he roll a perception or insight to see if he can pick up any bad juju off these guys?
Yep, go for it.
Come on, roll good. Come on, do it. Yeah, not too bad. 18?
You don't see, they seem to be just doing their rounds. It looks like they came from the direction of the watchtower where Emma told you they usually are stationed and where you guys heard them like practicing the day before. But they don't seem to be looking at anything. They actually spend more time looking around and talking to each other about stuff that you can hear kind of mumbling.
Okay.
Do they walk by us, or are they close by us when they walk by?
They probably pass within 10, 15 feet of you guys on the other side.
I want to use prestidigitation and push one of the hoods off of them.
Oh no.
I like this idea.
Oh no.
Nothing bad will happen.
Okay. Let me see. Okay, so you're just gonna do a little burst of wind to try to.
Burst of wind just to push his hood down.
Okay. Okay, you do it. You push his hood down, and he looks at his friend and goes, "Whoa, where'd that gust of wind come from?" And his friend's like, "What gust of wind?" He goes, apparently you didn't put it on right this morning." And he kind of laughs at him and goes, "I told you shouldn't have had that last beer."
Is it a face like we can recognize, or is it just a regular person?
Looks like a regular person, probably in the early 20s. Little rough, which is surprising. You'd expect someone that's in a military outfit to be a little bit more clean cut, but it doesn't look like they have the A team here right now, so to speak, doing the surveying the city.
I whisper and remark to my friends, they have children walking the streets. No wonder they're not being protected.
They look more like mercenaries to me.
I don't think we can rely on them for any help if anything happens while we're here.
Do you
Absolutely
rely
not.
on people for help?
I get in a lot of trouble. Sometimes I need a little bit of help.
We all can't have
Yes.
divine intervention help us out.
There's no divine intervention. It's all the same. What you put out into the world, it will always come back. That is the only law.
Unless you find someone willing to give you some kind of power also. But I digress. Let us enter this tap house, see what fortunes lie for us.
Yes.
So you guys get up to the front door of the tap house. It looks like your presence was expected, as you kind of see people moving out of the way as you get to the door. And you want to go in, or you also notice, and Crimson notices that he sees Kigra walking over from the caravan court as well behind you. And she's got 2 axes in her hand.
Strapped to her back.
Strapped to her back.
I'll make something.
I think I'd say, hey, Kigra's almost here. Let's wait up for her, and then should we just go ahead and go in?
I said we wait for her and then we'll go in when she's here.
Okay. So,
Sebastian turns and sees the battle axes on her back. Oh yes, we must definitely wait for her now.
and you notice them from a distance, Kigra, as well as you're approaching the Skull and Sword tap house. You've also noticed the crowd around the caravan court that are apparently eyeing that same purple gemstone that Sebastian got sight of before. And you also see another 2 members of the Hooded Lanterns nearby. So they're definitely, I think there's concern. It looks like there's concern about a crowd forming here, which seems to be attracting the attention of the Hooded Lanterns.
I'm going to steer clear of it then. I don't want to get mistaken for somebody interfering. But I'm going to make my way to the Skull and Sword and not mess around with the crowd.
Okay. So you go around the crowd. The Hooded Lanterns aren't looking, I mean, they look at you because they don't see many half-orcs, but they're more concerned about the crowd, so they don't give you much concern as they see you walking past the crowd. And you guys all meet up at the front doors of the Skull and Sword tap house.
We ready to go in and talk to this guy?
We're burning daylight.
Well, I'm
Sounds
gonna tap the skull and go on in.
So you walk on in, and it's the same. You see Frida. She's still behind there. It looks like she's getting things ready. There's a couple of people walking in, and they're going to the back in that same booth you guys saw before, where you met Mel, or also known as Blackjack, and his party. And he sees you guys coming. He's like, "Wow, I'll be honest. I wasn't sure I'd see you guys again, but I'm glad you came. So, let's talk a little bit. What are you guys looking to do? How can my business help you?"
I was under the impression I could help your business.
Well, perhaps you can. What kind of trade? What kind of skills? What kind of talents do you have? And we have lots of work to be done, and we're just looking for people that have the strength and the courage to do these things.
I was under the impression you were looking for somebody. And I tend to be good at searching people out.
Okay. Well, we always are looking for. We're looking for people that they haven't been paying us as much as they said they would, and on the time. So maybe you might help to convince these people to make things good on the balance sheet for us all.
Convince in what way?
Do whatever you need to do, just so long as I get my money back.
And what do we get for helping you?
Oh, well, I mean, I've got, put it this way, we're always looking for new talent in our organization, and a party such as yourself with an obvious set of skills, very few people in my organization have those. So we're looking to expand if we can.
So we would be very valuable to you, yes? Worth our weight in gold, maybe?
My weight in gold?
Yes. Is it her weight in gold?
All of our weights in gold.
All of our weights.
Well, here, I'm going to be very honest with you. And I know you laugh, because I don't look honest, right? That's what I'm told. I don't know where I get this reputation from, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, have you perhaps heard of any kind of whispers really closely to you guys? The Queen's Men?
Heard the name
No.
said a few times.
You know,
I haven't heard of those people, just from my experience.
anyway, you know,
I've heard the name, but I don't know who to associate them with.
so you know, ever since that meteor struck in Drakenheim, that city's been chaos. There's so much fighting, so much wanting to be king. Who wants to be a king of a destroyed city? There's people, I don't know why they fight over it, but it is the perfect city for us in the Queen's Men. Because it's a place you can do your business without worrying about authorities, without worrying about taxes, without worrying about just all the little challenges that make it so difficult for a group of people focus so much on individual freedom to go through what they're going through. And so we find it a great place to find a crowd that can help us kind of really run the city as most cities are run, from the bottom up.
So you're trying to be not a king, but in charge. There's probably not the most intelligent person to be having this conversation.
Yes. Our queen is very sharp, and I'm just a low-level lieutenant in the nearest city that actually is willing to exist by the city of Drakenheim. But we see so many. I'm kind of a scout, for lack of a better term, to find new recruits. We always need people that have unique sets of talent, and maybe. And then he starts looking at Sebastian closely, and maybe a little moral indifference, and then kind of looks at Sebastian with a skeptical eye.
I smile.
He goes, but if there's an interest, we have there's a couple of things I'd like to get done that maybe you can help us with.
If our ambitions. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, are these things in the area, or are we gonna have to travel?
Well, one thing, before you can work for the Queen, and this is for all of us, I had to do it too, the Queen kind of requires a tribute. And so if you would like to get more work and more opportunities, I need you to help me with, and he pulls out a bag, and you can definitely sounds like it has coins in it. He goes, I need you to deliver this on my behalf to a well in a place in the city called Buckle Down Row. I don't really care how you get it there. I just want to make sure it gets there, and I'll know it got there once the Queen's consorts let me know. It's just right now. There's a lot going on here, and you see it right across the street. That I think I need to stay here right now, but I don't want to be late on delivering my dues to the queen.
How far away is this town?
It's about, you are going into, Buckle Down Row is in the outskirts of the city of Drakenheim. So you're about a half day's journey there.
And all I have to do is bring the money to this well, and that's it.
Chuck it in.
You just bring it to the well. Someone will be there to meet you. Now I will warn you, but I think it shouldn't be a problem for all of you. But I will warn you that it's kind of a rough area. So do be careful. Do not flaunt it, because if this money gets stolen while you're in possession of it, I'm putting it on you, and I'll make you pay me 200 as compensation for losing my deposit to the queen.
Well, what do we get out from delivering your petty cash?
Well, then you'll get the queen's protection. I will ensure it.
Do we need the queen's protection? I look at Kigra. You see what we have with us.
Because I see one. I see, he looks at you. I see two. I see three. I see four.
Guys, this deal is not sweet. I turn and look at the group. This man is obviously trying to shake us down.
Is this how you run with anyone else in the city to get their protection from the queen, for the queen?
Well, he's already talked to us about shaking somebody down. So I assume that, and he talks about some anarchy style running of a city. But it all comes back to who is this queen? And I wonder what her real goals are. So I'm kind of interested just for the, honestly, because I'm interested. It just sounds intriguing.
There's no, doesn't seem like, if we do this and we decide we don't want to continue on, it sounds like we can kind of stop. I mean, I'm also thinking it doesn't hurt to have, maybe some more people, I don't know if I'd say rely on, but, some more people that you could get to help you and, might get us into the city in a way.
Somebody to fall back on should something happen.
We can see how long this benefits us, and when we think it doesn't, I look at the other three here, I'm pretty sure we can fend for ourselves and find another way when we decide we don't want to deal with this anymore.
Or it could continue to be lucrative.
I think me and my friends are in agreement that we're willing to bring our gold where it needs to go. As long as you're not slighting us in any type of way.
He goes, well, you have my honor.
I think this is,
Can we have
what do you
something-
call it, a good faith gesture sort of thing?
Sebastian would like to walk up and get eye to eye with the guy if possible, and intently look in his eyes and say, just remember, the road goes two ways, my friend. Do not double cross us. You will not have any fury unleashed like what will be unleashed upon you.
And as you lean forward, his group kind of leans forward into you. It's still
I
not
pay them
blocking,
no mind.
still not blocking his sight, but enough so that they're very aware that he is not alone here.
I use prestidigitation to blow the windows open as they get closer.
Let's see. Will that be big enough to do that?
I don't know.
The windows right now are kind of closed, and they usually flip them. Let me see. Here, why don't you do a perception check to see if you find a window that might be looser.
seconds. Ugh.
From where you're at, it looks like they haven't really opened up the place yet. They all of them appear to be sealed, whereas you might be able to make a puff of wind, but I doubt it's going to open a window.
Can I knock a couple cups over then?
Not a couple of glasses over.
Must
Yeah.
inject chaos.
You go for it. Where do you want it? What do you want to knock over? Where's it located?
It's located next to where Sebastian's standing. And in front of him, I want to knock a cup over and have it land on his shoes.
Okay, on Blackjack Mel's shoes.
Yes.
Okay. So he knocks it down. Let me see how he responds to that. So a glass half, there's a little bit in it, but there's still some liquid that falls over. It distracts him enough where he looks down at it. And then he looks at the guy that's closest to him, that's on that side, kind of like, you clumsy oaf. So he doesn't know what you're doing. He thinks it's the guy next to him that knocked it over onto him. So
I see you have a very cracked staff available to you, but just know there's no ill will or ill intention. We'll do your job for you, but just remember, it goes both ways, my friend.
yeah. Well, once you deposit the $100, you will get a token that you need to present that shows you that you're under the protection of the Queen. As far as when this needs to be done, I need it to kind of be dropped off in the next couple days.
Is there anything else we should know about going to this place?
Well, you know it is by the city. You have not gone to the city yet. You've heard rumors and you've seen firsthand what people in the city has happened to the people that have been in the city in terms of the rumors of mutations and sicknesses. But you also see at the same time, you see how many people are very interested in delirium just by the size of the crowd out in the caravan court right now. So Drakenheim does seem like a very dangerous place, but it also seems like a place with potentially lots of opportunity. At the same time, hence the reason why a town like Emberwood seems to be very popular, since most of its people go through the town and come back.
Those that come back anyway.
Well, some come back, some go elsewhere. Some, such is life. They find themselves not really worthy of a city like Drakenheim.
All right. I reach my hand out and towards the bag of gold, and I'm like, "We'll take your gold. I'll keep it, with me. My pockets are a little higher up, harder to pick than some."
Okay.
I look at
Sebastian
Keeper and she
chuckles.
says, "Is that a short joke?"
Only if you're short.
I'll let this slide, I guess.
So he hands you the little thing of gold. You keep it on you, Kigura, or you guys keep it in shared treasure if you want, but just keep it as you can just add an item, which is 100 gold pieces in a bag if you want as well. And that is, you can flag it as Mel's dues. And so they kind of, and as you go by, Frida, the other half orc, is like, "You're not going to. You can be my first customer." And that's getting eye contact with you, Kikra. That Frida's like, "Hey, someone like you could be my first customer, maybe more."
Your first customer of the day, right?
Yeah.
It's a little early to start drinking. Do you have something I could take with me?
Sure. He goes. She gives you a little, maybe like a cup with a amber beverage in it.
I'll drink it.
Okay.
Drop her.
It's got a lot of kick, and so it's just some sort of distilled alcohol. But which initially actually kind of like, it's like, okay, it's like a pick me up. It's like a cup of coffee for you, get you started. And she's like,
A cup of Irish coffee.
and then as you go over to pick it up, she whispers in your ear. She's like, "Be careful working with the Queen's men."
I understand. And I add.
And you're the only one that heard that, even though everyone's listening. You're the only one that heard that, her whisper that to you.
I add 3 gold to the table. Just. I look her in the eye and I nod.
Okay. So, and unlike last time, somebody actually opens the door for you guys, so you guys can leave. And you walk out, and then the crowd that was out there is you see a couple of these hooded lanterns kind of saying, "Okay, we all seen it now. Go back to your stuff. There's too many people here for our comfort. Go back to your day." And they're kind of like trying to disperse the crowd there. And then you see one of the looks like a more senior member of the Hood Lanterns having a discussion with what was his name again? Too many names to remember. With the guy from the, where did it go? Sorry. It was oh yeah, Fairweather. So this is the Orson Fairweather, who's the human gladiator. And he's kind of talking to what appears to be a more senior member of the Hood and Lanterns. You guys can't seem to hear what they're saying though.
Do we walk past him to go to the chapel, or are we going into the city itself?
What would you guys like to do?
Aren't we on a delivery? Should we not?
Well, you said we had a few days to do it.
Well, you guys aren't exactly sure where Drakenheim is because you haven't been there before. Other than being told the one road up here, the bridge, will lead it to the direction of Drakenheim.
Can we go back to the caravan and ask Aaron a couple questions about Drakenheim?
Yeah. You're welcome to do so.
I'll go with Torres if that's where he's going.
Yes. I got a bodyguard to come with me.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so you go see Aaron. He's got the crowd doesn't seem to be interested in his stuff, although he's trying to get their attention. About food and drinks, and he goes, there's a lot more of that stuff in the city, but you need to make sure you have provisions. And he's really trying to take advantage of that delirium to get people to buy, more food and drink that might be on their way that are interested in going into the city.
I walk up to Aaron. I look at what he's doing. Like, good friend. I feel like you left out a few details about the city itself.
Well, I mean, you didn't ask. What would you like to know?
How do we get into Drakenheim?
Well, I mean, that road there, and he points you in the direction of where the watchtower was. Just past the watchtower, there's a road that'll take you to Drakenheim. It's about a half day's journey. We're only about 4 or 5 miles away from the city from now, but if you think it's desolate here, you will know when you're in Drakenheim.
Have you ever been there before?
I'd be lying to tell you if I hadn't been, but I've been there, and you know what? Emberwood's about as far as I want to go.
Is it a lot of...
The city, how do I describe this? You will know when you're in Drakenheim when all the sound seems to be muffled in your ears. When you begin to crave bright light again. It is a very dim and dark and oppressive city. Very quiet. Far too quiet for my liking.
Is there people that actually live in Drakenheim?
Yes, there are. The Queen's men seem to run the place, but yet they haven't. There's no organization there. It's anarchy for the sake of anarchy. We've got our friends here from the Hooded Lanterns. They have a token presence there. I think they're doing more than, or they think they're doing more than they're doing. There's lots of the people from the Falling Fire are going there all the time doing the pilgrimages, to all because of that horrible purple stone. We saw what did it to that man with the tentacles. So I don't, it's amazing. Power, especially unknown power, is both frightening and very tempting. And so we see all kinds in the city. And you know what? I'm an old, well, maybe I don't look old to you, but I'm an old man. I've had enough of that. I just like a simple job of feeding people and going on and getting paid to do these trips. But if you want to go for it, I would warn you this: do not stay overnight there. It is too dangerous, and you will get. I've heard that the longer you stay there, the more likely bad things can happen to your bodies. For some reason, if you're out of there, every day, then it doesn't add up. But I would say if you go there, do not stay in town at night. If you go there, I would stay off the main roads. It will slow your progress, but you'll be safer from the monstrosities that roam the street. And some of those monstrosities are just horrible people, too.
You wouldn't happen to have a map of the area?
I asked him, does he know of a street called Buckle Down Row?
I have heard of such a place, yes. You guys, I saw you come out of the Skull and Sword. The people there, those people would be considered royalty in Buckle Down Row.
Are you saying it's worth having their favor?
It's a place. It's a safe place for people that work with the Queen. It is not a safe place for anyone else.
So
Right.
this Buckle Down Lane, do you happen to have a copy of map or something else to help us navigate this dangerous place?
So he describes to you, he goes, I don't have a map per se, and then he gives you kind of a description on how to get there. And I'll share that with you guys again. Before we started this campaign, there was a map of the city, and you can find where Buckle Down Row is on that map. I can bring up what that map looks like for the city. Let me see here.
You don't have to if we already have it. You don't have to.
Yeah, and just for the
Sure,
audience,
good.
just for people that are watching, so they can kind of see
Oh.
what you guys have been handed out. There it is. This is for those watching. Sorry, this is totally illegible for you, but there's an idea that the players have a map such as this that identifies places of interest, and And from this map, they can plan how they want to enter the city. And so they can use this map to figure out how to get to Buckle Down Row, which I believe is on that map as well. So let me go back to, and that is also for the players, that is now also in your underneath where the gold and things are tracked. If you ever want to bring it up and look at it again, you can do it from there too. Okay. So he goes, yeah, so that's what I know about, Buckletown Row. I know other things I can tell you about the city is, I've got one thing I've been told, I have not seen. They say that there's gargoyles on the city walls. So if you think you're gonna get in a city by climbing over the wall, you might want to rethink that strategy. The other thing to note is, well, you asked about Buckledown Row. Just so you know, that's a popular location for what we call fight pits, gambling. It's supposedly in the sewers of that area. And
I look at Torres and smile. I think we have our next match together, friend.
And he literally says, rumor has it that the Queen of Thieves will grant a request, any request within her power, if you can survive a bout with her monstrous champion. And from what I've heard, nobody has won that prize.
Interesting. Does give Sebastian a head nod.
We definitely have to tell Kika about this. She'll
We will.
be very excited.
And one last thing, which I think we saw in person, be careful. There's certain parts of the city where the haze is so thick that you can't see more than 10, 15 feet in front of you. That haze not only blinds you, but it will course into your veins if you let it. So be very careful and do not stay long anywhere you see this deep haze.
Well, thank you, my friend, for the warnings and the information. But if we have anything to look for, would you desire anything in Drakenheim?
There's lots of things. You can find the delirium. This guy here, he points to the guy trying to sell it for a lot of money. I don't trust the stuff, but a lot of people go into the city. The miners, the dwarves go into the city to find it. And the Fallen Flames, that group of people, they worship that stuff. So who knows what they can do for you if you bring them delirium.
Tell me more about these fallen flames.
I don't know much. I know that there's a lady named Lucretia who seems to believe that the meteor's arrival was divine in nature and an opportunity for her and her people to get closer to the divine by getting closer to the meteor.
They're of that camp. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Thank you, friend.
Well, no problem. Yes. And he flags down a lady that's trying to call him out to buy something.
So Torres, I think we should get back to the group. Did this guy answer all your questions?
He did. We have more information than I could possibly want.
Good. I don't have good feeling about Drakenheim. It's a very cursed place. I know power is very important. It can be used for any purpose under the sun. But this place sounds cursed. I have a very bad feeling in my stomach about this.
Oh, you lack faith.
Oh,
There's somebody
no
looking
such
over
thing
my
as
shoulder.
faith.
There's somebody over my shoulder who would be more than willing to make sure we come out or else make sure I'm coming out as well as possible. Maybe you might get that luck just for being around me.
Perhaps, my friend. Perhaps.
Yes, let's rejoin with our friends and share the information we just discerned.
Okay. Where do you guys want to meet up?
I think the Bark and Buzzard might be a good place because I have to test out my new axe.
And I'd be out back talking with the people, taking bets, watching the action happen.
Okay. So is that where you guys all want to go? Or are you guys already there? And they're just...
That's probably where I'm at. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think we probably went there from the Skull and Sword.
Okay. So yeah, you get I'm gonna have Taraz and Sebastian give me a perception check to see if you noticed where your other party members went while you were talking with Aaron.
16.
Way better than mine.
Torres was so deep with the conversation with Aaron, they didn't really notice anything. I think Sebastian, on the other hand, he's like, oh, all this spooky stuff, and it stopped listening for a little bit. That's when you saw them heading in the direction of the Bark and Buzzard.
Torres, they're over at the Bark and Buzzard. Are you
Oh.
okay, friend? You look deep in thought.
Well, I'm just thinking of all the darkness and dim, decay, and the delight that will be Drakenheim. I'm excited.
And delight. Oh,
Yes.
you're,
The shadows have always been my friend since I was young.
the
I can
shadows
even
of-
hear them.
Oh, what do these shadows say to you?
Well, I heard a voice one time says, "Come into me, and come, be a part of it. It makes you stronger."
That's very interesting.
Even since being here, I can see even deeper into the dark now.
I'm very concerned for you, my friend. But so shadows, they talk to you. That is absolutely amazing.
I'll show you even one day.
I would be pleased to be your witness.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, let's join us. Let's find our friends. If you know where they
Yes.
went.
Yes, follow me to the Bark and Buzzard. First round of ale is on me, Torres. I slap him on the back.
As it always should be. You are a gentleman, aren't you?
Every time you put me out on blast, yes, I must be a gentleman. But yeah,
Ah. Let us wander on then.
yes, sir.
Mhm. So you guys wander back toward the Bark and Buzzard. And as you get closer, you can start to hear the clashing of metal on metal. And when you walk in, you see Crimson and Kigra kind of watching two other people currently battling old Rattlecan right now, and in the beginning of what appears to be a new fight. And as you're watching, the person fighting it looks like a large human. He's got pretty thick armor on him, surprisingly so. It doesn't look like he's been around here before. And can I get a perception check from Crimson, please?
Yes, you can. 10?
You notice something that you recall was the symbol of a group called the Silver Order, which is a group of, as you remember from your lore, is a group of people that are both paladins and fighters that are very much worried and seeking the destruction of Delirium. And for some one reason, he just happened to choose today to be in the Bark and Buzzard and wants to battle the old Rattlecan.
Question: Would Sebastian, considering his background, would he know of this group?
Yes, you'd heard of it. It's not one that you were directly involved in, but their faith and your faith are very similar.
Okay, so I'd recognize them. I definitely want to talk to them at some point.
Okay. And so yeah, he battles. He seems to kind of know what he's doing. He's getting hit, but his armor seems to be taking the blows. And after about a minute or two, he knocks old Rattlecan back on his back, and he wipes a little bit of sweat off his brow, and he comes back in and orders just a simple fruit juice. He asks for an apple juice. And then he takes a seat and watches who's next.
That sounds expensive.
So what would you like to do? Kigor, you'd be next if you guys want to do if you want to test the battle out, or
I just want to see how this axe works for or against my favor.
okay. So let's go into some practice combat. Let me bring up that place really quick so I can get his stat block. Actually, I know what his stat block is. I will add him. Here we go. Okay. So first, you guys meet together. You and old Rattlecan are looking at each other. Can you roll initiative for me, Kigor? Okay. And let me roll for the armor. Okay. So yeah, Kigor, you get the first attack in. Okay. 17. Your battle axe feels very comfortable in your hand, comes down, but he blocks it in such a way that he doesn't knock it out of your hand, but he deflects the sharp edge of the blade from hitting him. And then he's going to counter attacking you. He's going to punch you. First punch at the right with a 10, which I believe is a miss. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
That would be a miss.
And then he comes around with the left, and he clumsily swings at you, and you easily dodge underneath that swing, making it your attack again. And are you doing two-handed axes or just one? Are you doing sorry. Are you going to use two-armed fighting? I don't think you have that ability yet, right?
But one, I don't have the ability yet, so I'm just using one axe in one hand, and I'm trying to
punching
get
with
the
the other. Okay. Okay, so go ahead and attack then.
I got a 19.
Oh, you got 19? Is that what you got last time? Okay.
Oh, I got a 17 last time.
Oh, that's right. You got 17, yeah. So 19 does hit. So go ahead and roll for damage. Okay, 10 slashing damage. Okay. Then he's going to attack you again. He's going to try to slam you. Misses with the first one. You dodge out of the way. The second attack comes in and hits with a crit.
Yep.
Doing 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Making it your turn again, Kigor.
I'm gonna miss that one.
Okay, and yeah, you miss that one. He moves a little bit out of the way. He knows that he senses that you're not as familiar with this particular weapon yet, and takes advantage of that to duck out of the way of that hit. He's gonna come right back at you. First hit is a miss. He swings wildly. Second attack also misses. He swings wildly on both, so he seemed a little overconfident based on how you attacked him last time. Your turn again.
That's gonna be missed too.
Okay, and so you hear the clank of your axe against his armor, but that's all you hear. He comes back again, and he unloads with another wild swing, followed by one that lands on you, one that hits you kind of in the jaw for another 7 bludgeoning damage. Good solid shot to the jaw.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna go a little nutty and use my action surge
Okay.
so that I can hit him twice.
Okay. So this one comes in, you come in very viciously and strong, but he seems to successfully deflect that first attack.
And the second one.
And the second one as well, but he's definitely back on his heels a little bit. That surge showed it some energy, but he was kind of got lucky and deflected them both. He kind of retaliates, gets his senses, and hits with a 17, which is a hit, I believe, right? I think you have an AC of 15, if I'm correct.
Yes.
Okay. So does another 8 and knocks you out.
But I'm still a half orc.
So you're back to 1 hit point. But he's got his second attack.
Yes, he does.
He hits with a 20. So
Yes, he does.
and causes 6 bludgeoning and says nighty night as you fall unconscious. And they kind of drag you out of the ring, and within like a minute or two, you get a hit point back again. You kind of wake up.
As Torres and Sebastian look onto this, I whisper to Sebastian, maybe we shouldn't tell her about that tournament just yet.
I think that we should keep our mouth shut. It's a good idea, friend.
Okay. What would you... So, Crimson, what do you want to do?
While
I
they were
don't know how
fighting-
much money you just lost on Kikra there or not, or whether you won money.
I didn't bet anything this time, but while they were fighting, I would have liked to have been talking with the kind of the people hanging around or waiting just to kind of see if I can get any more information on like getting to Drakenheim and anything on the path there to see if anyone has any information.
So you do mull around. There's a couple of people that look like they're getting ready to go somewhere, like in their last kind of drink before they head out. You overhear them talking about Drakenheim. And if you give me a perception check, I'll tell you what you heard.
19.
So you heard that they're getting ready to leave in like another hour or two. They're going to a place that they were told, also by the Queen's men, that there's supposedly a tunnel that leads under the city walls from there. And they mentioned an inn called the Black Ivory Inn. And so that's where they're planning on going, is to this place on the other side of the city. So you'd have to go either around the city or through the city to get to this place. from Emberwood.
Okay.
And you do hear them whispering about how I don't want to go into the. I'm not going past those city walls. It's like instant death. Because this way will get us in with a reasonable chance of survival. Is what he says to his friend.
I'll take note of that, and I think when we do go back inside, I think I'll go grab Kigura after her fight, and when we do go back in, I'll share that when we get to talking about plans to go into the city.
Okay. And in about another 5 minutes, you get another 5 hit points back, Kigura. Okay. There you go.
Sebastian would like to walk over and talk to that knight,
Okay.
the guy in the metal armor, if he may.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's still sipping on his little apple juice.
Yes.
Okay. Before I go over there, I want to go to the bar and I want to get a juice also.
Okay.
I walk over, I'm looking at him, and is this seat taken, friend?
He goes, oh, no. Welcome to it. He goes, oh. Where do you come from? I'm not.
Oh. I come from in the countryside. From a family of farmers. We are on our way to Drakenheim. I noticed you, brother, against the armor. Your performance was fantastic. Great form, great skill.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes, this land is dangerous. You must be ready at all time, and having battles with other creatures can be a little hazardous for your health. So I go to the Barking Buzzard when I'm in town to practice up with old Rattlecan.
That is outstanding. So, my friend, your steel is bright, but does your purpose reflect the hearth and the candle? Or is your pursuit of the torch so blinding that you mistake zealotry for true righteousness?
Are you questioning my loyalty to the divine?
No, not at all. I'm just asking where you stand. It seems
Well,
that
I'm here, so I helped the High Flame Keeper, Ophelia Reed. She's in town. She's at the chapel right now, St. Ardana. And so I escorted her into town. She's having some sort of meeting with the Flame Keeper Hana. So when they're done, I will help her go back to the order. As you know,
to the order.
and he looks at it and he kind of shows you his kind of his tunic has the symbol of the Silver Order on it.
Yes, I did notice that. I have similar convictions, my friend. That's the only reason why I ask these questions. There seems to be so much division, and I hate to say it, but so much heresy within our family. You're right, you never know. It's very dangerous, even for us.
Times are so different since the meteor struck.
Yes.
Allies become enemies. Enemies disappear just to reappear 5-6 years later. It is hard to be dedicated to the order in such times. But
Do you feel that this falling fire was a blessing, or is it a curse? And
everything was normal. Then this meteor struck. How could it be anything but a curse?
Sebastian smiles. That is absolutely wonderful. I'm very much of the same opinion. So, But do you fear this darkness that comes across us?
Fear.
Do you just...
I'm sorry. My faith protects me. I have no fear so long as I have my faith.
Yes. And we are commanded to endure the night. It is true. We not just endure, but we must consume it with our light. Brother, thank you. It has been a pleasure.
What was your name again, sir?
My name is Sebastian.
Sebastian. How long are you in
Yes.
town for?
I look over at my party. I said, my friends over there, we've been on the roll for a while. They have accepted some work. We will be leaving town probably here soon. How long are you planning on staying?
I'll probably be gone by end of the day. I'm only here to escort Ophelia.
Ophelia, yes, yes.
She frequents the chapel. Hana is such a nice person, but we really are worried that this city is next target for the darkness. And
What darkness? Are
Well,
the
what-
darkness?
yes, what
the
happened to
darkness of the
Drakenheim?
delirium or the darkness of people?
Are they not the same?
That's fair. It brings out.
Needless to
those
say,
things
she
to us.
is looking. I think she wants to have a discussion. We need to get a presence in this little town, and so she's having a discussion with Flamekeeper Hana.
Ah. You're right. There always needs to be a presence. Wherever there is darkness, there must be the light. Perhaps if I have time, I will check over and introduce myself to Ophelia. If we see one another before you leave, make sure you say goodbye to me, brother.
Yeah,
I-
yes.
Tip my cup and stand up and politely walk away to the group.
He goes, "Oh, sir, do you not want to know my name?"
I turn around and I apologize. Yes, I extend my hand. How may I call you?
I am Thomas.
Tomas. It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Be careful. Times are dangerous, and
You're
may the sacred flame continue to shine for all.
May your words be realized.
Okay. So, what we'll do right now is take a little bit of a bio break. We'll come back. Kigros will be fully conscious by the time we come back. And I will let you guys that can have a conversation afterwards. So we will take maybe a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll see you all when we get back. Thank you very much. And we're back after our short break. It's good to see you all again. As we left things right before the break, Sebastian had an interesting discussion with a member of the Silver Order. Kigra is woken up from being knocked unconscious by the old rattle can again. Crimson has, and Torres and Sebastian all have picked up new pieces of information. And you're all been kind of assigned, or at least volunteered, to take 100 gold to a place called Buckle Down Road inside of Drakenheim, which has led to many of your discussions today with other third parties about how to Drakenheim and things along those lines. Crimson had an interesting discussion where he came to two people that were looking to go to a place called the Black Ivory Inn, that supposedly has some underneath pathway to get into the main part of the city. By going under the city walls, because you had been rumored that large gargoyles sit on the city walls. So if you try to climb them, that's not a good thing to do. And that's what you had heard. And so yeah, where we left off is the group is all sitting in the Bark and Buzzard now, and we'll take things from there. So given that you are now fully conscious, Kigra, so you have your full hit points back. The magic of fighting old Rattlecan. And Sebastian, you've already talked to the person that was drinking his apple juice, and learned a little bit more about Flamekeeper Hana and Ophelia, who's in town as well. And I think that's what I remember. You guys will again remind me of the things that I might have missed. So how do you want to start things off in the second half of this session?
We
I
could
think
try. Oh, go ahead.
I think we should discuss what we've individually learned and come up with a game plan.
Ditto.
Okay. I'm going to sit back and watch you guys have this discussion. If anything comes up that needs a roll, or if there's anything additional information you need from, just reach out. I'll be right here, writing down everything you guys say.
I didn't learn much, just that the Queen's Men can be dangerous. For obvious reasons. I mean, anybody shaking people down for protection money isn't somebody we want to cross. But, I mean, whose side do we end up on?
Well, I've heard from Aaron that the Queensmen are prevalent in Drakenheim, so having them at least in our pocket to start may be beneficial to us.
Yeah, I don't
Having
think
that
there's
ally might not necessarily be a bad thing, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm, especially when you were fighting, Kigar. There were some people talking about going to this place called the Black Ivory Inn, but they didn't want to go through the city. Apparently, there's tunnels that I guess are a bit safer than going through the city. So, I mean, if we do get into the city, definitely seems like having a group inside the city on our side, or at least watching our back some, could help.
Does that mean we can't go in the city via, like, the road?
I don't know.
We can always try.
I mean, who
Okay,
would
you
be
first.
guarding the city?
I don't know that anyone's guarding the city, but anything I've heard about the city kind of implies that it's not like a proper city. I mean, it's a bloody mess.
It's a disaster area, is what it is. The whole city is in anarchy. The people that we're doing this job for, they are not good people. I hope everybody realizes that. I talked with a member of my extended community. He advises against Drakenheim. We have to keep our wits about us all around.
I think finding a way into the city that is not via the main road's probably advisable. I think we should keep in mind that within a place like that, good and evil on a scale are a little skewed, and we might need to keep an eye on each other's backs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I don't
What
think
do
there's
you
any
want?
harm if we get into something trying to run and get out of it and find another way. Because I'm sure, I mean, the city's ruined. There's probably plenty of ways to get around it.
Well, ruined is conditional. I mean, a tower can be ruined. That doesn't mean you can get to the top of it.
But there might be benefits of the city. We might find there's probably treasures and things that we could probably pilfer and flourish from this place.
Flourish is a statement I wouldn't use, but I get it.
But there's shadows. Shadows are amazing.
Shadows are overrated.
You haven't experienced the right ones, I'm guessing then.
so much fun to hide in. I think you need to try out shadows sometime.
Crimson understands.
You can't have a shadow without a strong light, and both of them exist at the same time, and they're both problematic.
Maybe we'll find a way to make it dark everywhere. I'll
As long as
see
that
about
dark isn't from rain, I'm cool with it. Rain, no thanks.
Well, we can definitely do dark without rain.
Darkness everywhere doesn't sound better either. I like things occasionally growing. Apples are good. Apple juice is a little overrated, but apples are good.
Absolutely.
Good cider, always fun.
But there's things we can find. Did you get a chance to figure out where exactly those tunnels were to get in Drakenheim? Or should we go over the bridge?
I don't know where. I'm sure there's multiple openings, but it's definitely outside the city walls because they don't want to even go in the city. So it's probably somewhere we can just go around. I don't know, probably find a ditch or something where it is.
I'm
I
certain
don't like that plan. I don't want to end up in a ditch.
I'm certain that we would be able to find somebody to help us get in the city. These people are not very ethical. There will always be somebody to help people get in a place like this if they do not want to be seen.
Do you think they might be here or somewhere else we might be able to find them? Or should we go back to the Skull and Sword so we can get some more information?
Well, we could always get more information if it's available here. Why try somewhere else? But if we do head over there, that's all I'm saying is I would not worry. Whatever there is shit, there are flies.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to the Skull and Sword because then we let them know that we're kind of flailing here, and that doesn't look good.
I bet we could talk to Armand and maybe the miners who were around with him because it seems like they kind of go in during the day, go mine stuff. So I wonder if we could
Go
either
with
tag
them?
along or follow them.
Idea are there like mining tunnels under the city to get in?
Well, let's find those miners.
So I'm
I
going
think
to
that's
jump
right.
in
Do we see
here.
any of them?
And
there
as you
any
guys
here?
are having this discussion, you notice there's some commotion outside the Bark and Buzzard. And you
Front or back?
see a couple of wagons with people in just regular clothes. There's two wagons that have probably about 12 people in them, 6 on each. And they're heading right past the front of the Bark and Buzzard. They're all wearing kind of a kind of robe. They all seem to fit the description of people that you were told are followers of, where they think that the meteor is some divine presence. Emma had told you earlier that there was a farm just south of Emberwood where that group tends to meet. And these people very much might meet the description of what Emma was talking about.
Sebastian has a look of disgust on his face once he realizes what their faction is or whatever. Those people are misinformed.
I don't know. I think the division between respecting power and worshiping it is a fine, creepy line. Too many people dance across it.
It is intoxicating. The idea of power.
So yes, so you see these two wagons go past you, and they go to the south, in the direction of what Emma told you was called Hendrick's Farm.
I look over at Crimson. Crimson, are you busy, my friend? I have a little, perhaps, job for you. You're very well suited for this.
He looks down at his wrist, which does not have a watch, and says, I think I got the time for it.
So I do not trust
job.
these pilgrims. Perhaps this would be a good opportunity to get a little bit of unscripted information from people. If you get what I'm trying to say.
I could go and pay them a visit and see if I can find some stuff out and slip away.
What do you guys think about that?
I might be able to help Crimson at least get a place to hide, just in case.
Absolutely.
I'm always good for distraction.
We got a plan to go follow these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do see them make a left. They are heading toward the farm. How far away are you from the caravan? What do you say?
20 or 30 feet, probably.
It's kind of obvious and noticed, so I stay close enough to the caravan to be kind of, obviously following it.
Okay.
Sebastian will be actively trying to hide. He doesn't want to be recognized as a cleric.
Yeah, I want to be kind of out away far enough in like a field or something so I can kind of follow along on the side.
Okay.
I'm going to follow in the road itself. Not too close, but not too far away.
So similar to me?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get for those that are trying to be avoided? Can I get stealth rolls from you?
Can we assist those rolls as distractions?
I got a 19.
Okay.
So, hold on, I'm wearing chain. I get disadvantage. There's a disadvantage roll I can write.
Yeah.
That, right?
Once
Yes.
you roll it, then you can hit the disadvantage button. So.
Ugh.
Well, good, and then it wasn't.
Okay, so so just Crimson, Torres, and Sebastian were trying to avoid being detected.
Do you want me to make a roll to be detected? Because I'm pretty good at that.
If you weren't trying to be hiding, I guarantee you they're seeing you.
Sounds good.
So they're kind of looking around and looking behind them, but somebody whispers to them and they start looking forward again. They've been told to kind of ignore you. And they move. They go on their way, and you guys get to a large farmhouse. There's like a farmstead here, and in addition to the 6 people you saw on the van, there looks like there's about 30 or 40 people mulling about, kind of around a bunch of logs that are around a central stand, and they're all sitting there. And they all kind of cheer when they see the additional 12 come in. And then there's a little bit of a query, because some people notice Kira coming in from behind, and they're not sure whether that was hired by the by the convoy or whether someone just following along. So there's some sort of uncertainty, but no initial alarm right now at your presence, Kira.
Good. I don't want to be attacked.
And then, of course, Sebastian's making a little more noise than maybe he realized. So as they slow down, they can start to hear his armor over the sides, the sounds of the creaking wheels. And so people can kind of hear where you're in the direction where you're at, Sebastian.
But Sebastian thinks that he is freaking hidden, so he's gonna act like that.
He says, "No, it's just a coincidence that they're all looking at me."
Mm-hmm.
They're looking on the other side of you to see what are they looking at.
Sometimes Sebastian doesn't take social cues so well.
And so you see a group of people, and then a young member in robes stands up, and he talks to people. He says, so we finally have gathered us all here. Our sponsor Lucretia is looking forward to seeing us as we venture into Drakenheim this very day. We are looking. He goes, we've done the practice. We've all gone through the rites. And now it's time to really get to see firsthand the power of the mighty meteor and this mystical energy that we know will shape this planet for the better. And we will all be there as disciples of this energy for having a great future amongst us with peace and happiness as we embrace the magic that has blessed us with the arrival of the meteor 15 years ago. And so they're all kind of getting excited and they're like, oh yes, we're going. And they're basically talking. As you hear them talking, they're talking. It sounds like they're heading to the meteor area in Drakenheim.
I'm gonna pipe up real loud and be all like, "Jeepers! Somebody's going into the city and they need an escort." And look as noble and like I am sent by whatever they worship, meteors, as I can.
And the person that's up on the center of the stage kind of looks over at you and gets off the stage and walks calmly in your direction. He goes, excuse me, I am not. Are you a member of the Falling Fire? I don't remember seeing you in the training.
No, I'm not a member. Because, frankly, curiosity. But I'm interested in getting into the city as well. But y'all seem to have an interesting thing going on here. You can work a farm this close to the meteor, and you can get into the city and get close to the meteor because you've performed rites. That's cool. I don't gotta know about them. But I mean, what can you tell me about yourselves? Do you profess your faith to us? I mean, I'm interested. I'm curious to assume I don't know anything about you.
Are you interested in becoming one of us?
I don't know anything about you. I don't know what one of you is. You got to explain a little bit.
You see, where we're going is a holy site, and we need only people who are pure in spirit to attend with us. And please do not take this the wrong way, but I do not know you. They don't know you. And until you're ready, I must decline. We will get there on our own. But if you are interested, please stay. We will teach you our ways, and when the next caravan goes into the city, you're welcome to join us.
Sebastian pops out, if he may,
and
and says, brothers, please forgive me. I did not feel worthy to be announced to you. I follow you only to touch the essence of your order. Please forgive my friends. We are truly interested. As you can see, I am a follower of the faith. It would be my honor. It would be my pleasure to go with you, if only to learn.
I would like a deception check from you.
Oh, I knew you were
And
gonna
while
ask
they're
that.
having that conversation, like the robes and stuff people are wearing, is it like obvious? Can they like obviously tell who's under the robe, or are their like faces and features kind of hidden?
You can see them. They look like, wearing burlap with a burlap hood, and they just hid the hood behind them now. So they're not wearing fancy clothes. I'm going to treat this as a challenge. So he's suspecting you're not being truthful either. So I'm going to compare your 18 to his insight check, Sebastian.
Okay.
He doesn't think you're lying per se. He does suspect that maybe you're not telling the whole truth. So he seems very cautious in your response. He hasn't called anybody to like take you away or anything like that. He's just like, If you're interested too, you can stay with this lady, and we can bring you on the next journey. Would you like that?
Absolutely not, Nathaniel. I am too interested and too excited. So no, I am absolutely not.
Well,
Interested
I am
in
so
that.
sorry, my friend. When the spirit strikes you and you know the time is right, please come back here. We'd be glad to take you into the faith.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
As for you, Miss, do you wish to come with us and learn the faith as well, or join this other gentleman who's claims to be interested in the faith? He kind of stresses the
I'm
word
just
claims as he
well,
kind of side eyes you, Sebastian.
Nathaniel is about
verbs
to
that
get
I'm interested.
attacked by Sebastian right now. Sebastian's faith is very important to him. I'm about to attack Nathaniel. I look over at Toraz and give him the eyes.
Okay, well let's
Uh,
roll for initiative then. He senses
before he
hostility.
before he does
While this,
that,
while this
Torres
is
uses
happening, am I able to sneak? I'm not going to get involved in this fight yet. Am I able to try to sneak into this like farmhouse? Because I want to go through and see what they have in there.
They have no idea you're there, and the only people that you see present on the farmhouse are all in that circular area. You don't see anybody else anywhere else as you're kind of skulking around the area.
I'm going to go in that farmhouse.
Yeah, you go in that farmhouse and you find out it is devoid of anything material. There's just a bunch of like sleeping bags, and little bowls and little cups for like with some sort of gruel in them that are mostly eaten. And there's a lot of them are stacked in what appears to be like a kitchen sink. There's no paintings on the wall. There's nothing but drawings, almost like children that put their drawings on the refrigerator of various people's interpretations of what they're going to see when they get to Drakenheim. So you see these drawings of a city with one with a huge meteor still in it, another one with a big hole where the meteor might have been, different sizes, lots of different colors. So it's very obvious that everyone has their own impression of what they're going to see. And that's what they left kind of covering the walls inside the farmhouse.
Before initiatives rolled, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make it sound like a meteor fell behind the Nathaniel as he spoke.
Okay. I need one more perception check from you, Crimson.
19.
You do see sticking out slightly from one of the backpacks, or one of the bed rolls, what appears to be a map.
I'm going to take that. And if there's nothing else, get the heck out of there.
Okay. And you have that map, and it's a pretty good sized map. It's frayed on the edges. It looks like it's been used a lot, but it's kind of rolled up. Okay, so initiative time for everyone that's. Are you going to be part of this, Kigra, or are you just going to leave this to Torres and Sebastian for now? I guess we'll all roll initiative. You can tell me what you want to do when you're up.
Things go.
Okay, so let us roll for. Okay.
I can't find initiative button.
It should be up right by your armor class.
Oh, there it goes. Right in front of me. I can't see it.
Do you want me to roll as well?
Yeah, roll. Everyone roll. Whether you actually participate in combat or not. If you're not initiating it, you have an opportunity to do so, or you can stay out of it.
Crimson, you going last.
So based on this, Sebastian, you're up first.
All right. I want to look at the guy and call him a heretic.
Hmm.
And I want to cast Animate Shadow on his shadow if he has a shadow.
Okay.
And as I do that, I look over and smile at Torres because I know he likes shadows.
You see gleeful like smirk over his Torres' lips.
All right. Ever used Animate Shadow before? It says you bring to life shadow of creature I can see within range. It must make a save on a failed save. The shadow animates into a malevolent attacker during the duration of 1 minute. The shadow stays attached to him, sharing its space and constantly assailing the target, granting advantage on all attacks against it. In addition, it deals 1d6 necrotic damage at the beginning of each of its turns. At the end of each turn, the target can attempt a wisdom save to dispel it, and I believe it's a save of 12.
Yeah, you have a. Yeah, it would be your. Let me look at your character sheet really quick to confirm. But I think your DC on that is 12. Yes. Okay, so he's gonna roll a wisdom save.
Oh my gosh.
He passes.
All right. Pass turn.
Okay. Let's see. Does he notice it? I guess he sees this stuff, but he is so focused on his faith that he is not at all phased by these shadows that are around him. Kigra, what would you like to do? Combat or not combat?
Do I notice what Sebastian did? Do I realize that he did something nefarious?
He casted something. Yeah, you saw something come around him, and this character Nathaniel was so focused on Sebastian that he didn't even he easily overcame what was around him, this distraction around him. So this is a very focused individual who didn't even flinch when magic was cast in his direction.
Okay, I'm going to turn towards Sebastian. And sorry, buddy, but I'm going to run at you and pick you up and start running away with you.
Okay.
If I can.
Sebastian, are you going to resist this?
Sebastian would absolutely resist that.
Okay, so let's have a strength check between the two of you. A little PvP for our audience.
Athletics for athletics.
Okay. Kigra, Sebastian settles down, hangs on tight, and Kigra grabs him by the waist and lifts him up. And so with that, you can get about 30 feet your movement distance with Sebastian in your arms.
I'm going to yell at him, don't do stupid things, don't do stupid things, don't do stupid things.
What are you doing?
And that's
What
gonna be
are
my
you
communication
doing?
to him.
So, Torres, what do you want to do now?
Is this person angry or addled in any way?
He is very, very focused, almost like spooky-like focused. You'd expect some sort of reaction, but his eyes are locked on Sebastian.
Yeah, that's not good.
Or they were.
Not good about
They're watching. Their eyes are locked on Sebastian moving away from him backwards.
I'm going to use. I shouldn't do this, but because my friend is a little addled and he's kind of coming my way to the dark side, I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt using a packed magic slot.
Okay.
You're killing me, man.
And that hits.
And that
Does
hits.
22 hit?
22. Let me confirm. Yes, it does hit.
All right. What type of damage do I want to do though? That's a better question. So 1d8. I'll make it psychic damage.
Okay. So 11 psychic damage. Got it.
And then I walk backwards with I take my movement back, towards my friends as well. Like, oh, that was pleasant meeting you. I hope you and your friends are having fun on their farm.
Okay. Crimson, what would you like to do?
Do I know anything's going on outside?
You hear a lot of. You've definitely heard what most likely is spell casting, and you've heard some sounds as a result of spells. You do hear the distinct sound of Kigra kind of grunting, but it's getting farther away, that sound, as you before you kind of poke your head out and see what's going on.
Well, I think they're just doing a really good job at distracting them, so I'm just gonna poke around, maybe try like some of the food, see if it's any good or not. And then I think I'm just gonna try to start sneaking out the back.
Okay. Well, you try the food. You put this gruel in your mouth. It kind of tastes like wet newspaper, and it's not without colored ink. So there's like no flavor whatsoever. So whatever it is must be providing calories, but no sense of I think they're trying. You get a sense that they don't want people to experience any feelings other than the ones they dictate. And nothing looks any different. All the areas are empty. You do see more pieces of drawings of the city. And interpretations of what the comet or what the meteor area looks like, but that's all you come across.
Okay.
There is.
Well, I'll grab one of them off the wall, and I think I'm going to just make my escape out the back.
Okay. So, Nathaniel immediately looks in the and he's kind of upset. Well, he actually doesn't look upset. He's still very stoic. He's taken some damage. You can see him. He seems a little bit more irritated that the caravan departure to Drakenheim has been delayed because of this. He is going to. Let's see what's he going to do. So the first thing, he casts a spell, and you see a bunch of spirits kind of wrap around him, provide kind of a protective layer. And he still stays focused on you. He actually does. He's no longer looking at Sebastian. He's looking at you, Torres. And again, with that stoic look, and now he seems to have some sort of protection around him. And now it would be your turn, Sebastian.
I'm still being restrained by Kigra.
Yes, unless you want to fight that again.
I'm gonna ask her, please put me down right now, Kigra.
And
I can't hear Sebastian. Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Oh, he might be muted. He is talking.
I can hear him.
I can't hear him.
I was muted.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay. I look at Kigra. I'm assuming she's still holding me, and I say, please put me down, friend.
Kigra, how do you respond to that?
Dude, these are crazy people. They're going into the city. They're going to turn themselves into creepy tentacle monsters. Let them kill themselves. We don't got to be part of it. They might do creepy things to us before they do creepy things to themselves. Let's not poke this particular bear.
I whisper, I said, Kigra, I am a part of this already. That's why I'm asking you to put me down.
Okay.
Okay. So, Sebastian, Kigra puts you down. Anything else you want to do, Kigra?
I'm gonna fall to my knees and look down and breathe a little bit.
Okay.
I stand my ground at ready with a guiding bolt, and would end my turn. And I'd shout out to Torres, "Let's kick rocks."
You say kick rocks?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And then Kigra, on your turn, what else would you like to do?
Well, if I hear him say "let's kick rocks," I'm probably gonna get up and move my butt away, because that's what I think that means.
That's what it means, yeah.
So are you actually using any movement, Sebastian?
No, I'm gonna hold my ground, hold
Okay.
my action, kind of nod over to Torres that we can break if he's good, and have a guiding bolt ready and be staring at the heretic.
Okay. Okay, so Torres, what do you want to do?
I'm going to take move to move behind Sebastian, but I'm going to toss an Eldritch Blast on my way running back.
That hits.
I retort, "Lovely seeing you all," as I hit the blast and get behind Sebastian. But I think me and my friends have other places to be.
Okay. And a second here. Okay. Yeah, just want to make sure I'm learning this spell correctly. Okay. Crimson, what would you like to do?
So I'm out of the house. I'm debating if I should just kind of want to hang around here, so once those three go, I can still hear what they're talking about. And I'm debating, am I like this stage? Is there a way for me to get to the stage and like get under the stage without being seen, or is it like surrounded by
No,
people?
it's like it's almost like a big tree stump. So there's no way to get underneath.
Oh, yeah, it's not. I'm just gonna go find another place to hide that's close enough that I think I can hear, but kind of maybe on one of the sides, so if I need to get out of there, I can.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see. It is now Nathaniel's turn. With Torres's parting move. And with the appearance that you guys are going to be leaving, Nathaniel does cast a spell on himself. And you see a purplish light kind of gather around him as he kind of pulls it in, and he appears to be healing the damage he took as he lets you guys leave. And the people up there are getting ready to chase after you, and Nathaniel says, "No, our followers, we have a mission. Let's focus on it. If these people truly want to be part of us, they will come in their own will, but we cannot force it. They throw they're like little gnats. They're annoying until they see the light. We must wait for them to see the light." And so Nathaniel basically stops everyone and lets you guys run out away from the farmhouse. And so the last thing you see is Nathaniel kind of staring directly, stoically at you, with his hands out, telling his followers to stay still, stay focused on our mission. And then they kind of stop getting aggravated and they start kind of going into prayer. It looks like they're kind of praying right now as they prepare for their mission. And then you guys, in about 10 minutes later, you're kind of outside the Barking Buzzard again.
Keegra looks a lot like she wants to punch Sebastian in the face. Really wants to.
I'm still at the farm though, right? While they're at the...
Yeah, I mean, if you're still there, yeah, nobody's seen you,
Okay.
so you can stay there if you wish.
I'm gonna stay a little longer to see if they just pray the rest of the time, or if they talk more about their plan.
They pray for a little bit. You see Sebastian and Nathaniel get up there and say, "Okay, let us load up our wagons." And so you see a couple more wagons from the back being brought over, and they are loaded up, and they start heading through the town, basically back up toward Emberwood on their way to the direction of the Drakenheim Bridge.
I'll follow them back to the town, and then I'll just peel off from them and go to the Barking Buzzard and meet up with the rest.
Okay. And for those that are near the Barking Buzzard, after a while, you do see the caravan coming back up over in this side of the map and following this road up here.
I've thought, y'all, we could follow from really far away so they don't care and see what happens to them when they enter the city via the main road.
Okay.
We should keep a safe distance.
Oh, yeah. Especially since, you attacked them. And I look at Torres and Sebastian, and I look at Torres and Sebastian, and I shake.
I point at
I'm gonna
Keegra.
attack.
I point at Keegra and say, I understand your frustration, because if I were ignorant and did not know what I know, I would be definitely questioning me too. But these people, they glorify the incident that took my family away 14 years ago. They glorify
get that.
this.
But these are also the kind of crazy people that are willing to walk into the crater of death and hope it makes them happy, angelic, peaceful. They're crazy, stupid people. What are you expecting to happen?
Just so you know, at the end of that, Luna, your mic broke up on me. I'm not sure if other people are having that issue.
Torres
Go
looks at
ahead.
Luna and just says, I was just merely defending my friend. He gave me the cue. I saw the shadows dance. He knows I like shadows dancing. So I thought I needed to blast him away as well.
The shadows danced, and the other guy didn't care, guys. He didn't give half a poo what we were doing, standing there, because he knows that he's got something up his sleeve. You can't just attack people without knowing anything. You are too quick to let your feelings overcome your sense. And I don't have a lot of that, but I have enough to know that you don't try to steal the honey from the bees while the bees are there, or while they're pissed off, or while they can hurt you.
Okay.
But our friend Crimson may have found something while we were making a nice distraction.
While he says that, I just come running down the street, and I'm holding in my hand, and I'm waving, and I'm saying, "Look what I found! Look at what I found! I got it! It's right here!" And I'm holding the picture I took off the wall, which is a nice picture, like someone drew with crayons. I'm like, "Guys, I got it!" And I hold it up to all of them.
So you're holding the drawings or the other map?
Yeah, I'm holding the drawing.
Okay, ignore that. Ignore what I just put up.
I'm like, "Isn't it so beautiful? Look what I got! This is amazing."
I look at Sebastian. I think we did this all for naught.
And then I look back. I finally look at what I'm holding. I'm like, "Oh, this is the wrong thing," and I pull out the map. I'm like,
Okay.
"This is what I meant." So I give them the map.
So
Ah.
so on your screens, you guys actually have the map. You can zoom in and zoom out of that as well. So if you can kind of see ways to get into the city that are available to you on this map. And certain areas have been called out on the map, some of which you see that you've heard of before, that include they include the Ivory Tower, the Black Ivory Inn is in there. And they include, I think the Buckle Down Row is in there too.
It's 18.
There it is, 18.
It is. It's concerningly close to the crater.
But it looks like it looks like it's outside of the walls.
Yeah. So Buckle Down Row is 18, which puts it, it's outside the main walls. It's kind of distant from the purple haze from the crater. But yeah, that's kind of where it's at, where you guys wanted to go. And then you see the Black Ivory Inn as well, where that might be, and you can see that's way on the other side of the river too, on the other side of town. And then you see other things that are labeled, but you're not quite sure what they mean. You see Slaughterhouse Square, no idea what that is. There's a clock tower being identified. There's a garrison. There's the Inscrutable Tower, which you have already heard of. It had something to do with the Amethyst Academy. And so, yeah, various places like that are marked on this map that you found with the Falling Fire cult, for lack of a better word.
So now we have an actual way of knowing where to go in this city and how to get in there.
Assuming that this map is accurate, yes, this is going to tell you how to get there.
And the good news is, if it's there and we're going to, it's outside the wall, we don't have to figure out how to get inside the wall yet.
Okay. I can vibe with that.
think
I give
this is
Sebastian a good hearty high five for helping with the distraction.
So, and Sebastian, you can create a piece of equipment, just call it a Drakenheim map, and just add that to your inventory.
Okay. Drakenheim map. You guys discovered that Sebastian is a religious fanatic tonight.
No,
I think it was the ale that got him going.
The apple juice?
Yeah, the apple juice tipped him over the edge.
Yeah.
That apple juice,
strong
man.
stuff.
Oof.
Strong apple juice.
They haven't taught me. Just a second. We've got somebody on here that. Okay, so I'm looking on Twitch. Somebody popped in that could be considered bad, and they haven't given me any training on what to do about that. So, 'cause I'm running the Initiative League Twitch account, so I'll keep an eye on that. I just noticed that. Maybe John's listening, and he can do something about it. Okay. So yeah, you're back. You are located. I'll go back to the other map again, the city map. You're in the Bark and Buzzard area, and it's probably it's a little after. It's probably about 1 o'clock, 2 in the afternoon, by the time you guys get back.
I guess the question is, do we want to go into the city now, or do we want to wait till the morning?
Yeah, remember your party's still unaccounted for right now, Nori. So.
Oh, we'll have to wait till the morning because
Yeah.
Morning probably the safest, but we may be able to get more information if we go to the inn. I hear there's someone from the academy there.
The Red Lion Hotel.
Yes.
I also kind of want to check out the manor that we're right by at some point.
yeah, I would too.
think during the tour, Emma mentioned that there's like sounds and stuff going on in the basement. So I'm wondering if there's other stuff going on down there that might give us information.
I'm with you, Crimson.
Or maybe there's just rats we can kill. I don't know.
Hey, either way, it's practice.
Gotta kill boars. Get your hit points. Get your experience points.
You want to go to the manor first and then go to Red Line Hotel?
Well, I mean, the manor is on your way to your place, so if you had anything you wanted to drop off or freshen up, you can do that. Or you can go straight through the middle of town to the hotel.
Do you think it would be suspicious if we're poking around this manor in like the afternoon?
I think we should wait till it gets dark. I hate to say that in character because, you know, ghosts and things become more ghosty in the dark, I guess. But I don't know that it makes any difference in the long run.
Yeah, you do notice when you leave, everyone seems in the daylight. People seem to avoid that manor as well, and they say part of the reason I think you guys got a good rate is you were in a very spooky part of town, and that manor has a lot to do with it.
Maybe if we like clear it out, nobody will mind if we kind of, I don't want to say move in, but make a
I was
space
gonna
in
say
there.
move in. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Well, yeah,
We're doing a little something for the town, and they'll let us live there for free.
Right, that's sort of my thought.
Yeah.
Possibly.
well, the place, if you remember, when Emma first caught your attention, she said it was completely burnt and damaged. So it is in, it's just not livable. There's
It
no
sounds very home.
enclosed rooms. There's damage to the roof. There's damage to the walls. Some of the damage you can still see remnants of fire damage, but it looks like there's also been a lot of just wear and tear, decay. There could even be rats or other sort of varmints in there as well. But it doesn't look like anything's lived in that for a while.
Oh no, that's fine. I again, if there's anything in the basement, and we clear it out,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
we either might be able to take the manor over, or and you know have, security isn't the right word.
Okay.
Cover's not the right word either.
Shelter.
Yeah, something. Shelter we ain't got to pay for.
Yeah. And no one's gonna ask, and no one's gonna question it.
You know, if they are avoiding it anyway.
I'll just stand up in the roof and make spooky noises and keep everyone away.
Let's bring people to us. Don't do that.
Well, you got someone that actually is a specialist at putting scary shadows out now. So.
Yeah.
Or
Who'd have thunk it?
And of course, Sebastian's rolling his eyes at the thought of using spookiness to deter people. So, so you guys want to head then to the Red Lion Inn then during the daylight?
Yes.
Okay. So you go past the caravan court. There's no crowd anymore. You do see a lot more of the hooded lanterns kind of patrolling, keeping the crowd from going away. And you notice that the delirium is no longer being prominently displayed anywhere.
I bet the cultists have it.
is it like not being displayed, like he just put it away, or do we get the sense like something happened to it and people are trying to figure that out?
You don't get any sense. It's just not there anymore. Nobody seems to be concerned that it's missing. Nobody seems to be concerned that it was supposed to be here and they don't see it.
Then it got purchased, but I still think the cultists have it.
Let me tell you, if they saved all their money on food, they probably could have bought it. That food was bad.
Fair. But something tells me it's involved in their rituals, and I imagine they want it for something.
Yes.
You do see Aaron. Aaron is still there, asking if you guys are hungry. He's got food for sale.
What kind of food does he have?
Like jerky and nuts and travel type food.
I'll take some of the rations.
Okay. You can get them at twice the listed price.
Jesus Christ, Aaron. I look at Aaron like, Aaron, do you not give discounts to people who've helped you out?
This is a discount for you, my friend.
I kind of take it. And how much does he charge? How much is he charging for this little packet of rations?
I think it's like he's only charging you like a silver piece.
Oh, I throw him 1 silver piece.
Okay.
And then I toss it to him.
He goes, anyone else? To the rest of the party.
Sure, I'll grab a couple.
Okay. So yeah, you can drop for every silver piece you pay him, you can add 1 packet of rations, travel rations, to your inventory.
Was it 10 silver for 1 gold, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll give him 1 gold piece. I'll take 10 rations. I'll take my silver back instead.
Okay.
Me too.
He's
Me too.
he's happy to unload. He's like, oh, you guys are all about to make my day. Okay. And as you go past the, assuming you guys are done shopping, let me make sure
Yes.
that's the intent. Okay. You guys start heading up to the Red Lion Inn. As you get there, like you saw it last time, there's a small hill, and on top of that hill, there's this large hotel. It's 3 stories tall, two floors, and then a very tall gabled ceiling, or sorry, roof that has some windows in it as well, implying there's rooms up there. It's made out of a red brick, hence the red lion color that it's got. You see all sorts of lion-shaped gargoyles on the sides of this building, and large glass pane windows. And all the doors are painted green. And that's why as you walk up to the front staircase. So what would you like to do?
I think we can win, right?
Walk right in.
Okay. You walk in. There's a full service staff. They're all busy cleaning or preparing stuff. There's a sort of a concierge desk as well as kind of a front desk. There's a huge crystal chandelier right in the middle as you come in and approaching the large staircase going up to the 2nd floor. Everything in here is, you see a dining area that kind of goes out both an indoor and an outdoor part of it. Everything is very impressive looking. I mean, this is like the finest quality types of silverware, plateware. The art is just impeccable, and everything looks very well together. The lights flicker, not enough to be a distraction, but enough to add some ambiance. It definitely feels like a very fancy place to be. As you guys walk in, you get a couple of people kind of look at you like, you guys can't really be serious. Like you guys can't be guests type of a look. You get that sense of them. However, a man comes out and says, he looks at everyone, shh. Do not judge our guests. He goes, please, let me introduce myself. I'm Costa Stavros. I am the Reeve of Emberwood Village. And he says, if you want to know what the Reeve is, it's sort of like a mayor, but not quite a mayor because we don't have elections here. People just like me, maybe because I have money. He goes, are you looking to stay here with us?
Uh,
I think we're here just to maybe get some food.
some
Oh,
food and
okay.
maybe some ale.
Oh,
When everyone looked, did I see that old man from the other day, the one who had that Nori and I tried to find, and I saw walk off towards the hotel?
you don't see anyone that matches that description. This
Okay.
person does not match that description.
And no one else around matches that?
It doesn't. No, nobody else you see. Everyone appears mostly human. There's a couple of people that look like they might have a little bit of elf in them. They're all wearing kind of noble clothes, really kind of fancy. Um, it's the only thing that seems unusual is to see these many people in fancy clothes in a little town like Emberwood at this particular time of the year. So, do you have any questions for Costa?
I ask him, like, how does this hotel seem so nice in a city that's not going through so much tribulation?
I'm many of my clients, I would say are sort of like, how do you say, like big game hunters. They're coming here to collect trophies, and the lure of the monsters in Drakenheim just attracts them. They've got the finest weapons, finest armor, and so they venture off to Drakenheim. Some return, some I don't know what happened to them.
Torres gives him a raised eye. I'm like, oh, so there's a lot of monsters in Drakenheim.
Are you not aware of that? What else would bring you to Emberwood if you didn't know that?
I have my reasons.
Okay. Well, are you guys looking to join the hunt in Drakenheim?
Is there a bounty list, or
It's more personal. We don't have a bounty list per se. It's just people want to collect the heads, or what looks like the heads of some of these monsters that come out of Drakenheim to brag to their friends about when they go home.
Some of these monsters that come out of Drakenheim were people. I mean, ew.
Are not at times looks at you. Are not people also monstrous?
he has a fair point.
I don't collect their heads.
Yet.
Yet. Did you say that out loud, Crimson, in the back?
Yes.
So you briefly heard a yet coming from Crimson, Kegro, when you say that. He goes, yeah, so if you're not, so you don't need a place to stay then. Are you already staying somewhere here?
We have lodging somewhere safe.
Okay. You got it from the Bark and Buzzard. They gave you one of the local places, I assume.
We're here looking for somebody, right?
Is that a out of character?
That's a question like Torres and Sebastian and Crimson.
Yeah. There was this is near the area where Crimson saw an older man hand a note to Nori, which I'm not sure if he told that to you guys. So this is meta at this point.
No, I thought we were looking for what's her face, the Citadel.
There is that lady that you actually saw came in briefly while you were fighting at the Bark and Buzzard, and let me bring up her picture again.
Yeah. That Nori tried to talk to and kind of ignored her, but we don't know that.
Her.
This lady who goes and can I get a perception check from all of you?
Okay.
20. Not Nat.
Okay.
Okay, shit.
So, Crimson remembers this lady back at the Bark and Buzzard. She walked in and started taking notes while Kigro was in the middle of her battle. Torres, you didn't notice all that detail, but you do remember seeing her before, and you notice that she's in the back of the dining area, sitting at a table, looking like she's eating a meal.
I gesture to my party like, there is one from the academy. She's here as well. Maybe we should ask her some questions.
Go say hi.
I thought that's what we were here for.
Never heard
You
from
know
any-
that, but this guy doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kigro's not smart enough not to say that out loud.
So do you so you wanted to sit with? Are you requesting to sit with her?
Yes.
Okay. What do you say to Costa on your request? How do you want to phrase it?
Like, my fellow academy member.
We met her
Let's
at the
do
Bark and
those.
Buzzard yesterday, and she said to meet up with her.
Oh, okay. And then he goes to one of his little workers and just whispers something in his ear, and he turns around and says, "Follow me." So he leads you back into the corner where you come up to this lady. And by the way, I identified her by the name River. It's like, oh, River. She's a guest. She stays here all the time. She rents a room for me all the time. And you go, take her to River. So they take her over to River, and River is eating, looking at her book, and then looks up. She notices, she looks at Kigra and Sebastian and Torres, kind of like interesting group, and then she notices the robes on Torres, and said, "Oh." Goes, and she immediately stops what she's doing, looks at Torres, and says, "Do we know each other? You wear the robes of the academy."
I do. We could be classmates, wouldn't if you so feels.
What is your name, if I may ask?
Torres.
Torres. I do remember you. You were was it a couple years ago you were with the academy, right?
Yes. I graduated and I went about my way looking at the world.
Oh, so what have you found in your worldly visits?
I've found kind of a connection that's been awoken. And that's probably with these fine people that stand with me as well.
I must tell you, in truth, you're the first person from the academy I've seen in a while in this town. What brings you here?
Just a inkling. A strong voice may have told me to come this way. Told me of something that could be in the walls. That could help me be a little more strong.
Okay. She's like, okay. And you know, as you see her, she's very. One thing you notice about her, she's very neat. Everything that she's wearing is kind of. There's no wrinkles on it. It's not tight. It's not. It's almost like a leather, as opposed to a loose fabric. You notice that she appears to be a tiefling. As well, and she has kind of two weird brown horns on the back of her head, and with her blue hair, it almost looks like two boats floating in the water. And as she talks to you, she's being very well. How do I put it? She's choosing her words carefully to be as precise as possible. She's trying to make sure that nothing she says to you could be possibly misinterpreted. And so she looks at you, and you Could I have a Crimson? Can you give me another perception check? Okay. And one thing what you do notice, Crimson, is that behind her, what looks like a suit of armor, kind of moves a little bit in her direction, not as a threat, but more like like a bodyguard. And she goes, and so Torres, right? So I'm River. Do you remember me?
I kind of remember the ones that stick out like I do.
Give me a history check. I'll see if you remember from your past. You remember, you've never had a conversation with her, but you do remember seeing her. She was always very close to the head of the academy, Eldrick Runeweaver, who you would recognize right away, but he doesn't appear to be present. So you have seen her before, but have never had a conversation with her until this time.
Yeah.
And she says, how long you plan to be here? Right now I'm the only member of the academy that's in town. It might be nice to have a companion or somebody that can watch the town when I have to go back.
You are on guard in the town?
No, I'm here to ensure that the vows are not being broken. That only those with academy training can cast magic. And so I'm just ensuring discipline in our order. A lot of adventurers come here that I think have acquired powers through our training, and I need to make sure that they're using them for the right purposes.
Which is completely understandable. I don't know who would ever use powers not only for their own ill-gotten gain.
Keegar looks funny at Torres, just like up and down, and then looks at River and just sort of smiles.
So River listens to you and goes, good. I'm glad so many people, when on their own, tend to lose discipline. So I'm glad to hear that you've learned to control your powers.
Control indeed. Control indeed.
He goes, how long are you in town for? And where are you going, if I may ask?
We're trying to go into Drakenheim. We're trying to find the safest way to get in to just take a look and see if we can help the city in any possible way, because it's a very dark city here.
Well, if you're going into the city, can you do me a favor?
Of course.
I assume these are your friends around you. Would you... I'm looking to find a delirium crystal. I'm told that there's a place in the town called the Rat's Nest Tavern that may have one. Nobody but the Academy knows about this now. Well, except for your friends behind you. But I don't want too much word to get out, because as you know, delirium is very valuable. Not only for us at the Academy, but for many people that may want to use it in ways that we would not sanction. So if you can recover that delirium crystal from the Rat's Nest Tavern before someone else finds it, I would be very pleased to not only thank you, but to share your good deed with my superiors.
And how would we do that safely?
Well, she looks over and goes, well, you've got a member of the Academy. That's a help. You've got this large woman here with the axes. Looks like she can handle herself. The hobgoblins, no, I haven't seen many of those. But Then again, not many people see many tieflings either, so I'm not going to judge you for that. The other gentleman, who are you, sir? He points in the direction of Sebastian.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. It's nice to meet you.
Looking at
Sure.
your robes, are you a member of a divine order?
That is a
Torres kind
very
of pokes Sebastian like, you should answer, my friend, so we don't seem like we're being disrespectful.
Divine Order might be pushing it a little bit. I am at conflict currently with my community.
Would you have any problem then helping your friend Toraz here get this delirium crystal?
Sebastian,
I would
I
have-
think you muted again.
He is muted again.
He muted again.
Sorry, muting myself to keep you from hearing my screaming children. I tell the person that I am a man of faith. However, my community is quite divided right now. I am, let's say, on the fence.
Okay. Well, it's important to the academy to understand this delirium and to control it. And so if a fellow academy graduate Toraz can help and you can help him, I would really appreciate it.
I look at Torres. This guy, he grows on people. I will help him, of course.
Okay, so yeah, she writes it down. Rat's Nest Tavern, delirium, do not share. And then
Just
a
to
big bold
confirm.
underlines it.
Just to confirm with her, so I ask her, you're saying because Torres is part of the academy, he can safely touch the delirium and not be affected? Because we met someone coming in here who had touched it and started growing tentacles from himself.
Well, people that don't know what they're handle it, they're careless. So there's always that risk. So I'm sorry about that. But I think this is safe. If you have the proper equipment on, it is safe to touch it. And of course, the sooner you get it back to the academy, the sooner you're out of risk from it anymore.
How heavy is this crystal?
Oh, no more than a pound.
Then
Maybe
we should be fine.
maybe
Can
3
handle
pounds
it.
if you want to put it in something that makes it safer to handle.
Is there a certain box you can use for it?
Yeah, just a glass jar, a box. I wouldn't touch it with your bare hands, but you can wear gloves. Thick leather gloves will hold it. Whatever.
Or a suit of armor like your friend behind you.
And she kind of looks at you. Like, oh. And then she snaps her fingers, and suddenly there's a little imp that shows up on her shoulder. Because I have to have my protection too. And then you see the animated armor kind of bow it to you guys.
So this stuff's like mercury. You touch it, it leaches into your skin, but you got a thin layer of protection between you and it. It's all right.
Yes, you should be fine.
As the old saying goes, no
Especially this
glove,
size.
no-
This is not big. If you find anything bigger, do not touch it, but please let me know. We need the right people to get there to extract the larger fragments.
Then I'll gladly do it for science and the academy.
Well, thank you.
And maybe some money. For the big pieces.
So we'll probably leave things here for now. Hopefully Nori, his character, returns next week. He's feeling better. So we all hope you're doing well, Kristen. Shout out to you. For those that are watching, next week we'll have episode 4, where the party decides they've got a lot of options on their plate now of ways to go in the city and reasons to go into the city. we'll see how they decide. For those that are watching other streams on Initiative League, please remember we have a Saturday stream on the contract, which is being run by DM Chuck, and on Sunday we have the Plague being run by DM John, both of who kind of co-run the Initiative League online. For those that have watched this for the first time, I hope you come back. Thank you very much for showing up, and looking forward to being together with the party all again next week. So from myself and the party to everyone, have a great evening, and we will catch up with you next week. Take care.